within and behind both of these clubs and both of these organizations. These fans have been electric for hours, and I mean hours, around the stadium, waiting for this very moment.
And you know that because you've been sat in the car park, the parking lot, for hours upon hours. Luka Modric captaining Real Madrid, Marc-Andre ter Stegen captaining Barcelona. El Clasico in New Jersey. The third consecutive year this fixture has taken place in the United States. 12 months ago in Arlington, Barcelona winning by 3-0. The year before, in Las Vegas, Barcelona beating Real Madrid by 1-0. The previous time the sides met was in July 2017 in Miami, and Barca won that one by 3-2. So Real Madrid have flown in from Chicago. They faced Milan on Wednesday, lost by 1-0. Just the one change, Eder Militao comes in for the injured Jesus Vallejo. A few players to watch. What about number 16, Endrick, and the pressure that he's under? Or is he, Ali, after his big money move, knowing that he's probably going to play second fiddle to Kylian Mbappe?
But it's a good piece to have if you're Carlo Ancelotti. And what you want to see from Endrick is that speed, that change of pace, stretching the back line, working the diagonal spaces. And then you want to see Brahim Diaz and Arda Güler working the underneath spaces. Arda Güler was such an impressive European Championship with Turkey, and how good he was in those moments in which he was able to tuck inside from the right-hand side, taking shots on goal with his left foot.
Armando Villarreal is 38 years old, and he was busy 3 days ago in Houston in the League's Cup. He was in charge of Tigres in their 2-1 win over Puebla. 10 yellow cards and 1 red card. Hopefully those cards stay in the pocket this evening. Barcelona have come in from Orlando when they drew 2-2 with Manchester City, winning on penalties on Tuesday. 7 changes, so the only 4 that keep their spot: Marc Bernal and Marc Casado. In defensive midfield, Pablo Torre, who was very impressive, as was Pau Victor. The big names are back, and they're hoping that they can get one over their rivals, Ali.
It's going to be interesting to see the relationship between Lewandowski and Pau Victor. Pau Victor plays centrally against Manchester City. Lewandowski will take that position. Where does Pau Victor go? Does he go on the right-hand side and tuck inside to combine with Lewandowski, or is he just looking to stretch the back line at that right-hand side?
It's the 9th meeting between these two sides in just 18 months since the start of last year. But for football fans, you just can't get enough of El Clasico. It's Ancelotti against Flick. It's Los Blancos against the Blaugrana. And we're delighted, wherever you are across the world, that you've made us part of your Saturday evening, your Saturday afternoon, or maybe even the early hours of your Sunday morning. Thibaut Courtois against Marc-Andre ter Stegen, the number 1 and the number 1 at either end. Depending on which website you look at and who you believe, unofficially, it's the 300th meeting between these two great rivals, 257 competitively, and this, the 43rd friendly or exhibition match, awaits the whistle of referee Armando Villarreal. It's hot, it's humid, and the smoke from the fireworks and the pyrotechnics might take a little bit of time to dissipate. We can see that Real Madrid and Barcelona underway, and a fixture that both sides, regardless of the fact it's a friendly, want to win. Here's Andreas Christensen. Real Madrid have won the recent competitive games. Barca won the recent friendlies. Alex Balde. It's Inigo Martinez, who's not registered yet by Barca for La Liga, alongside Christensen at the back. Long ball over the top, looking for Unai Hernandez, behind for a goal kick.
You want to go ahead and explain as to why Inigo Martinez is not registered just yet?
Both him and Vitor Roque
Wow.
are not registered yet. Needs to be some wheeling and dealing to be done. Not the best, but a play from Real Madrid. Courtois' kicker ends up back with Alex Balde. And Unai Hernandez is ushered out by Eder Militao, back at the heart of the defence alongside Antonio Rudiger. There's a lot of movement behind the scenes for Barca as far as squad numbers is concerned. You have to wait and see how severe the injury to Ronald Araujo is. That might mean they don't register him for the first part of the season. And that could free up a spot. Clement Longley has been linked with Villarreal, so there's a lot going on.
In honor of the ongoing Olympic Games, yes, this is Barcelona's version of mathematical gymnastics. But that has been the reality of this club for a few years now.
Yep.
And it's an overarching, ongoing reality that limits and conditions their decision-making when it comes to player personnel.
This is Marc Bernal playing alongside the other Marc Casado in midfield, both touching the football. Out wide, Pau Victor and Unai Hernandez. Pau Victor played through the middle for Barca on Tuesday. This is Inigo Martinez. Alex Balde. Unable to find Unai.
Already you saw Hendrik trying to get in behind as that ball was played out to Lucas Vázquez, trying to test Inigo Martinez over distance. Lucas Vázquez decided to keep possession.
New ball for Hendrik. Vital touch from Alex Valle. Normally a left back, playing on the right side today. High line from Real Madrid. Pablo Torre. Good strength. He's a hard man to dispossess, is Robert Lewandowski. Unai. Alex Balde. Great to see him back after the injury problems of last season. Injured his hamstring against Athletic Club in January. He missed the rest of the season. Christensen. Unai challenged well by Eder Militao.
That's a good step initially from Militao. Brahim Diaz thinking he's going on the counter, realizes he's down in numbers, gonna have to hang on to the ball. Madrid now does him a favor by fouling him.
Lucas Vázquez, who loves to get forward against Alejandro Balde. The best ball back to Guller, but it falls for Mario Martin. Modric. Lucas Vázquez. Hendrik with a flick. Good block. And that's a free kick. Barca wouldn't have minded the advantage, but it will be a free kick to them at the edge of their 18-yard.
It's a little detail. It's something that Hendrik is going to have to work on, but he's so heavily left-footed that at times he sort of forces that ball to come all the way across his body, and in doing that, it allows Inigo Martinez to come across and actually make the challenge. If he actually attacks the ball with his right foot, potentially he has a shot on target.
Barca ball. Madrid chance start, and the Barca fans try and drown them out. Obviously at the Bernabeu, it's 99% home fans. At Camp Nou or Montjuic, it's the same for Barca. This is different. Through ball nearly there from Pablo Torre for Lewandowski.
Really like the initial combination between Bernal and Pablo Torre, and Lewandowski running off of the shoulder of Eder Militao. Militao ends up making a nice sliding challenge, cutting out the danger.
Casado for Christensen. Alex Valle. Pablo Torre. This is good from Barca. Lewandowski. Second bite of the cherry. Alex Valle earns the first corner for Barca.
Good intensity from Barcelona with initial pressing, winning possession of the ball back, and then being able to find little spaces in front of the back line of Real Madrid, forcing center backs to come out of position, and from there overlapping runs on the outside. Good work from Barcelona.
Near post flick is well saved by Thibaut Courtois to deny Paul Victor. It was a good corner. And the foul on Fran Garcia.
Unnecessary foul from Diego Martinez. Fran Garcia is going nowhere. He is looking for the foul, and the impressive Pau Victor once again gets ahead of his defender. It's a good header, but what a save it is from Thibaut Courtois. He started to come out, decided to stay back. Good decision in the end. Full stretch, good save. Good signals from Barcelona, certainly in the early part of this game.
Could turn out to be the best $2.5 million that Barcelona has spent in years to make the loan move for Pau Victor permanent from Girona. He was on loan to Barca B last season, and he was their top scorer for Barca Athletic with 18 goals in 35 games. They have high hopes for Pau Victor, the 22-year-old. And the interesting thing about him is he turns 23 this year, so he's either got to be one of the first team squad, 25 spots available, or he's got to go out on loan and continue to play for the backup team.
I can tell you this much. I've only seen him play in the match against Manchester City, which we commentated on, and then the next few minutes that we have seen in the early part of this match. But going back to the match against Manchester City, player of the match.
Yep.
And not even close. His level of activity in the front line, the speed, his willingness to run in behind, his willingness to challenge that back line and challenge those spaces, I think gives Barcelona something different in the attack.
Yeah, and he played as the number 9 role.
And seeing him in a wider position, I'm not sure that that's what he would do best or the position that he would prefer. But when Lewandowski's there, then Pau Victor's got to find other places on the field. And I'm pretty sure this is what Hansi Flick is trying to see. Okay. He did well through the middle against Manchester City. Let's see if he plays that wide. What can he give us?
There's still the chat about Dani Olmo. Maybe he will, he won't. These players just doing what they have to do. And it's Real Madrid in opposition today, and this is Inigo Martinez. Just preserving the energy, when to press and when not to. Alex Valle back on his favourite left foot. Balda. Real Madrid content to allow Barcelona possession in these type of areas. Casado for Valle. 10 gone, it's goalless. And the 4th Clásico to be played in the United States. Bernal is challenged well by Endrick, who sets Brahim Diaz off and running against Alex Valle. Needed a little look up, and if he'd seen Arda Güler, he had a different option. Spread wide by Ceballos. Because Vasquez on this near side is very advanced as Modric plays it through. Touch there was key from Casado. Fran Garcia taking on Alex Valle, who does well.
It's a tough role for Alex Valle as well. You just mentioned heavily left-footed player, usually a left back. Of course, he's not going to play there because Alex Valle is taking that position. forced to play on the right-hand side. And against Manchester City, he struggled against Jack Grealish. The angles weren't quite right. He didn't quite take advantage of the opportunities in front of him. It's an important night for him.
Looks like there will be a lightning delay. The players are being taken off the field. The local authorities and match commander informing the officials to tell the referee, Armando Villarreal, there is lightning in the area. So for safety reasons, it's being explained to Carlo Ancelotti, they do not allow any play. There is a severe thunderstorm watch in this area. These conditions expected to last until 9 p.m. local, on and off. So we don't know right now the duration and how long play will be stopped for.
Get on that radar. Go on, Mark.
Okay.
All right. Give us something.
There's a lot of yellows and pinks.
Oh, that's not good.
That's never good on the radar. I think the referee is explaining that they may have to head back into the locker rooms. See if we can find out more information. Referee is Armando Villarreal. His fourth official is Luis Diego Arroyo. Barca are certainly making their way back to their locker room across the field. When you played in Major League Soccer, when you played internationally, how frustrating was it when something like this happened?
Extremely frustrating. And let me just tell you, it remains extremely frustrating, even from the booth. And for these players, you get into a rhythm. You do the warm-up. You go back into the locker room. You put your jersey on now, here we go. Now the electricity of the stadium is taking over. No, you play now 12 minutes and you're really into the rhythm of the match. And it all comes to a screeching halt. So my assumption would be that some of these players that are going now back into the locker room may not actually come back out and play any longer. That is an assumption that I'm making because some of these older guys probably were only going to play 45 minutes to begin with. I'm not sure that they want to go and put them through the process of warming up once again. So those guys will be frustrated as well because they want to play.
And everybody's phone has just beeped at the same time with a public safety alert. MetLife Stadium from the New Jersey State Police. For your safety, please leave the outdoor seating bowl and field area and take shelter inside the facility due to severe weather. Please do not gather at entrances. Use the space on the ramps. Event staff are available to guide and assist you. It says 13 minutes and 16 seconds on our graphic on screen. The play was stopped after 12 minutes and 5 seconds. The rain is getting heavier. There is a lightning delay at MetLife. We shall return when it is safe for play to resume.